Hi there, beautiful people. I hope this video finds you doing well today. I just wanted to come share a little bit of transparency about why I started, um, why I became a content creator. Back in September, my daughter passed, and it was unexpected, very painful, very shocking. I'm still in the stages of grief, of course, and I see the different stages of grief. One thing I'm learning is I am absolutely allowed to grieve the way I grieve. There is no time limit on grief. I'm very transparent about it. I, I'm over on YouTube, and um, if something triggers the grief, I will cry. You understand? It's like grief is like, to me, the best way I can explain it is it's like water that is very still. And if you throw a rock, you'll ripple the water. That's how grief is. Something will trigger my grief and the tears will just flow. But every single time that I do cry and I do express those feelings, it's like a rain cloud. And then when I'm done crying, the sun comes out. So what I know about grief is for anyone who is grieving or in their grief process, you have to feel the feelings. A lot of people like to push them back, but it can harm you physically, mentally, and spiritually. And that is from experience. So I just allow myself to grieve anywhere. It doesn't matter where I am. My daughter was such a beautiful spirit on this earth, so beautiful. And I believe that the pain is that we experience. I always like tell my daughter, the people that are still here are the ones who suffer as opposed to the ones who have passed, because we miss them, we miss their presence, But I am a living witness that you can get through the grief process. Um, I'm learning every day. And one of the beautiful things out of everything, it has made me a better person. I view life completely different. Um, my perspective on things has changed. Things that used to matter, they just don't matter anymore. Things like that. Um, and having God, my belief in God, it has played the major role in everything. You understand? If it wasn't for my belief in God, I don't believe that I would be able to handle the death of my daughter. Losing a child is a different kind of pain, and I tell people that who have lost children. But the grieving process is for everyone. Losing a mother, losing a father, losing a brother, a sister. Excuse me. You understand? Grief is grief, and I respect everyone's grief. Um, One thing that I've learned to do continuously is to be grateful. I focus on the things that I still have in my life. I still have two beautiful daughters. I have grandchildren. I have my sisters, my brothers. I know life is not promised to anyone on a daily basis. So I feel it is so important to tell the people that you love. If you have any beefs, or you're not speaking to a loved one or a relative, let it go. Let it go. Because one thing I would imagine, that if something did, think about this, if something happened to that person that you're feeling that way toward, is it, does any of why you're feeling like you're feeling matter as opposed to them being gone permanently? You understand? So, think about that. I try to live as peaceable as possible. I wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. I always, if I'm feeling like in a certain way, I will pick three things that I'm grateful for. That usually puts me back on track. Um, I believe in living and let live. Live and let live, which means to me that I live my life according to how I live my life, April's life, and I allow other people to do the same. Um, you know, we are a strange breed. People are strange. It's like you're this way one day, you're that way the next day, especially being a content creator. You know, you see a lot of things going on, a lot of back and forth, a lot of beef. Um, I do believe in like the some people are very good at roasting, you know, and going back and forth with another, and it is actually their content, and I respect that. But when it becomes malicious and evil and mean, then you've put um, another label on it, and I just can't imagine having these ill feelings toward people that I have never met in my life ever, or don't even really know. You understand? You know, so, I would, my suggestion, and it's only my suggestion, only, and I do understand that my opinion is my opinion, my suggestion is mine. Um, do it, be good at it, but don't allow it to cross over into areas of your life to where it starts affecting your life, to where you're stalking people, you're doxing people. That's a whole nother element. I believe that if I'm truly happy in my life and what's going on in my life, if I'm truly happy and at peace with April, I will be less likely to do those things. It always starts and it ends with me. My motto is check yourself before you wreck yourself. If something someone says offends me, especially someone that is insignificant to my life, then I have to go within myself and ask myself and search why. What is it that why is it and what is it that they said has affected me? You feel what I'm saying? And then do the internal work on myself. They got a saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Not necessarily true, because words can hurt people. But if I feel like if I'm confident within myself and with who I am and whose I am, I will be less likely to be bothered by what someone says about me, or I don't have to answer to what you say that I am, ever. Like I said, people have their content, and if you're good at roasting, do it. Do that. My channel is about transparency. I come on the camera every day. I allow you to see me in my good, my bad. Um, I just allow you to see April, to the best of my ability. It's only for an hour, but I give an hour's worth of transparency. But like I said, I just wanted to come and share that. And, uh, if you practice focusing on yourself and what's going on within, that's the most important thing to me in life, because we can only change who we are. We can only work to have peace in our lives. We are not responsible for what somebody else says and does. You understand? Um, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I talked about my daughter in my previous video, so if you want to find out a little more about that, you can check that video out. But I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. Look within. Learn to love yourself. That is the greatest love of all. See yourself as God sees you. And I promise it will come back tenfold. Have a wonderful day. God bless.